trying to take notes here. You know, Mark, Flash, he's not your butler. None of us are. Why can't you just get your drink yourself?
Why don't you tell all these good people why you got kicked out of college? Maybe they didn't read the paper that day.
That's right. Mark, why don't you get your own drink for a change?
Look, could we please not do this in front of this audience?
You're right.
Fine.
Fine with me. There, now you see, I'm not bossing our stage manager around because lovely Darlene was nice enough to go get my drink for me. Thanks, sweet cakes.
Oh, don't do that!
Oh, pretend like you don't like it. I figured with your husband out of the picture, you might be getting a little anxious.
Don't you ever talk about me like that.
That was really uncalled for. See, Darlene's husband was going along back in the automobile.
Oh, boo.
No drink, no show.
Hey, Harcourt, I could do his part. I mean, I'm the understudy. If you want to do it, I'd be more than happy to step in. You know, that's not a bad idea, Brad, you do that part to his understudy tonight.
Don't even go there. I got a better idea, Bradley boy. Instead of you doing my part and disappointing all these fine people tonight, why don't you make yourself useful and trot your little butt backstage and give me my drink?
Fine!
You are so mean to me.
Oh. What was that supposed to be?
Here, now can we get on with the show?
Bradley boy, let me clue you in on something here. When people want a stellar performance, they look for Mark Henshaw. If they'd like to settle for something less, they look for, well, you.
He's dead? He's dead. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say. This is terrible. It seems we've had a medical emergency. If you'd all just remain calm, please. Maybe we should, I don't know, should we just continue with the play?
We're really gonna go on with the show anyway? Harcourt, are you serious? He's dead!
I mean, I am the understudy. I could do it.
Hey!
It's not like he's got laryngitis.
I don't know. Did he have a heart attack?
Mark Henshaw? Huh. He has the heart of a 20-year-old. That's what he said his doctor said about a month ago.
That's right, he's been bragging about that ever since. What?
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Caliber?
Wait, we can't go on like this. We're going to have to cancel the play. If everybody would just get up out of your seats, please, and go through the exit door over there.
Dude.
No. Poison. I think I know exactly what was used. Hang on.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry.
Be careful with that.
Oh,
Be very careful.
I'm sorry. Under these new circumstances, I'm afraid nobody's going to be allowed to leave. If you're out there in the lobby, come back in, please. Come back in. Everybody just stay in your seats and don't move. Nobody can leave until we get this solved.
What is that?
It was backstage. A canister full of strychnine.
Strychnine? What on earth is that doing back there? Was it with our stuff?
Well, yes, I always keep some with us when we're on the road. It's a great rodent killer. You know how Darlene is about rats and mice.
Ew. I hate those things.
I always have some backstage in case I have to do a little exterminating for the show. A lot of these buildings have lots of rodents. Saturday, 8:30 to 4, closed Sunday, so the wonderful employees can rest, worship, and recreate with their families. Don't go to one of those big box hardwares. Go to Peter's True Value, and stay right here in town. And when I went backstage to get my checkbook straight, I noticed the canister was still sealed.
Well, nobody's allowed backstage except for us.
I know.
Maybe it was one of them.
Oh, calm down, Darlene. None of these fine people were ever backstage, were you? Were you? No, okay, no.
Look, I have never been involved in a real murder, but I've seen a lot of them on the stage and screen. And the first thing the police do is they do a reenactment. Maybe we could do that if we can figure something out.
Good idea.
Let's try it.
But before we do, gents, can you help our star of our show off with his curtain call?
The box office.
Oh, hardcore, let's not delve into science fiction.
Look, I know people have been heard for a lot less, and I know that for sure.
Ooh, I remember this company, this theater company back east a few years ago. One of their crew members made it away with more than $250,000 in cash receipts. I remember that.
But I do not think that this company has to worry about that kind of money.
Look, can we just get back to the subject at hand, please?
Oh, calm down, Harper. We're just talking.
We were talking about Flash's placement in the events of this evening. He was alone backstage, correct? He wasn't? Who else was with him?
Yeah, that's right. I remember seeing Darlene follow Flash out. I'm so sorry, Darlene. I didn't mean anything by that. Just want to make sure we get everything right.
Look, it's nothing. It was just... It wasn't a blue pill. Okay, I feel like a fool now. Yes, I spiked Henshaw's coffee, just with a sleeping pill. One tiny sleeping pill, that's all.
Sleeping pill?
Well, not enough to do him any harm. I just wanted to make him a little loopy, a little dopey, so he wasn't so good on his lines, that's all.
Why would you do something like that?
It was a practical joke, for God's sake. Look, the man was an egomaniac. Night after night, he'd come up here and perform, and he'd do a good job, and then after the show, he'd tell us how good he was. And the problem is, he really was that good. I just thought if there's any way that just one play, one performance, I could see him not be so dang perfect and stop making fools of everybody.
So, you purposely screwed up Harcourt's performance just to make him look bad?
Yes.
Well, he wanted his drink.
But in his search for something, in your search for the details, my friend, you uncovered an unsettling detail. You were the last to hold the drink before Mark died.
Well, I just went and got his drink. I was trying to be helpful.
Helpful? Do a favor for someone you hated?
Well, Hayden, what are you talking about?
What was it you said just a little while ago? Someday he'll get everything he deserves. What did you mean by that?
Well, Mark is always really mean. I just meant that someday, somewhere, all the mean things that he ever did will come back to him. That's all I ever meant.
Yeah, but you weren't exactly the best of friends with Brad, or Mark. You know that, Brad.
Well,
He took every opportunity in public to needle you and make fun of you.
well, he just liked to tease, that's all.
Were you teasing when you threatened him?
Threatened him? What are you going backstage yet?
What?
You saw it went off. I haven't had a chance to all the way off.
Bradley, honey, it's just a reenactment. We know
That's right,
what you
Brad.
did.
But don't you think I should
No, calm, just come sit down, have a seat, please. Have a seat, thank you very much.
Good job, Brad.
Now look, I know that you were whispering to me a while ago, you think we all had a chance to mention that cup,
Of
right?
course we did. We were all backstage at one point or another with that cup.
Well, yes.
Like I said, an understudy is a very necessary part of theater. What I do is very important.
Keep talking, Bradley. You'll convince yourself one day.
Look, Flash, I know you're a retired cop, but what were you talking about earlier, something about 3 things and cops?
Well, I already told you.
What?
Motive means opportunity. And I'm not a retired cop. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been in theater for 40 years. So there.
We all have the means.
Well, of course we all have the means. And, yeah, we all have the opportunity.
Back there, everybody had access
That's
to
right.
it.
Everybody had
Now we
access
just
to it.
need to find out who had.
Yeah, who had the motive?
He's sitting right here on this stage.
Who's sitting?
That's Bradley. Jacuz!
What? What are you talking
You
about?
had all the time in the world back there to put the poison in it. You hated it anyway. Ah.
I was a little jealous of that.
Yeah, how he thought he was gonna raise the money for that, I will not know.
Well, it reminds me of the story of Paragon Studios.
Well, you know, first, let's talk about the Essential Theater. He was always borrowing money from me, but he never paid me back. But he really loved to borrow the money. You know, Paragon Studios, they have this egotistical actress, you know? It's kind of like Mark. It reminds me of Mark, now that you mention that. She got fired halfway through them shooting this movie there. I can't believe it. Haven't you heard of Paragon Studios? Like I said, this prima donna actress. They had already hired tons of extras, built sets. They were working on this huge, spectacular movie, like Game of Thrones or like some Harry Potter or something like that. It's gonna be a huge, spectacular movie. They had to like canvas actors halfway through the production. She must have went on her crazy